the Food and Drug Administration working on a plan that would remove red tape to help shorten treatment development times and lower costs for patients. I like this. FDA Commissioner Dr. Marty Makary is with me here in New York this morning. Okay, tell me about the plan. How's it work?
Well, first of all, it's great to be in New York. I'll be speaking at the New York Stock Exchange shortly. But one thing we've got to do is deliver on President Trump's goal to give more cures and meaningful treatments to Americans, cutting the red tape, streamlining the FDA, modernizing the organization. So part of that is a new announcement today where we're letting people know that they can use real-world data in their FDA applications. Right now, they say that they've been admitting real-world data into applications, but the requirements have been so onerous that only 12 drugs in the last 14 years have had real-world data in their approval application because the requirements just got so bureaucratic. So you can submit whatever real-world data you want now in your FDA application. We're changing that guidance. If it's junk data, the reviewers will let you know, but we should at least allow companies to submit real-world experiences.
That could interfere with the legitimacy of scientific research, couldn't it? I mean, there will be cases where you don't like what you're seeing.
That's right. And if the reviewers at the FDA don't like the real-world data that's submitted, they will let the companies know. But requiring the real-world data fits so many onerous requirements, like having informed consent from every patient that is in the real-world data set. That's not realistic, and as a result, hardly any real-world data has been used. And we're still requiring a clinical trial for most drugs, unless it's for a rare disease. And remember, we recently announced we're going to go from requiring a default 2 clinical trials for every drug application to 1 really well-controlled, statistically powerful trial. That's going to allow for more innovation and less delays and lower R&D costs, which could translate to lower drug prices.
This is a subject which really intrigues me. Studies show that testosterone levels in men have gone down a lot. Why is that?
Yeah, we had a big forum on testosterone Wednesday at the FDA, and we're not sure why testosterone levels are going down decade by decade. It may be environmental exposures, it may be sedentary lifestyle. We know obesity and diabetes may further reduce your testosterone level. But this is an issue that's been taboo, and no one's been talking about it. It's almost a third of people over age 45 have low testosterone. Many have symptoms. They have decreased vitality. Right. And there's a therapy for it that we just don't talk about in the medical community. So
what's the therapy?
Therapy is testosterone therapy. And
like a gel?
There's gels, there's pellets, there's injectables. And the FDA has had sort of black box warnings on these products until this year, scaring people. And there's been a dogma that it causes breast cancer, that testosterone therapy increases cardiovascular disease. Not true in the evidence. So we're setting the record straight, letting the world know, just as we did with hormone replacement therapy in postmenopausal women 4 weeks ago.
Okay, doctor, how do I invest in the testosterone business? It's going to boom, I can tell. It's booming already, I happen to know.
That's out of my area of expertise.
I knew it would be. Okay. You just visited, it's a new multi-billion-dollar site to produce drugs by Novartis. They brought their money to America. This is in North Carolina. You went to the facility. How's it going? What are they making?
I just got back. It's amazing. A 700,000 square foot manufacturing facility that's being built in the United States in North Carolina. People said we couldn't bring pharmaceutical manufacturing back to the United States. They were wrong. President Trump's delivering. We've got incentives at the FDA. We've got a pre-check program so they don't have to build the factory, then wait a couple years for the approval by the FDA. So we're partnering with industry, and this is a good time to bring business back.
Okay, from the moment you dig the first shovelful of earth to the moment when you're producing the drugs you want to produce at this Novartis center, what's the time frame?
We'd like to see it in 1 to 2 years. And this is not the only...
That's unheard of.
It's unheard of, but this is an aggressive goal. And by the way, that company, Novartis, and many other companies, including Lilly, have now new manufacturing plans in multiple cities around the United States, aggressive plans that they've announced this year.
But this is all aimed at China.
Look, China,
you want to take
India,
away their monopoly for various drugs and drug components.
80% of our active pharmaceutical ingredients come from overseas. For 35 years, the globalists let that happen. So we're aggressively reversing that pattern.
Good stuff. Dr. Marty Makary, thank you very much for joining us.